Hello, beautiful, fabulous friends. Today we are transforming this fresh carnation to this pressed carnation. In general, carnations symbolize love and fascination. So let's talk about the fascinating topic of love. You ever notice in movies, love stories are embellished with grand gestures like holding up a boombox in front of your house, buying thousands of dollars worth of flowers, or somehow getting the timing perfectly right when it really matters. And don't get me wrong, those grand gestures make for a very interesting movie. But do you think it kind of sets an unrealistic expectation for love in real life? Our whole basis of love is learned. It begins with those who are closest to us, so that could mean family and even parents. These are my parents, and they had a gentle, silly, goofy, and supportive type of love. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. And as I was getting older and more curious about love, I had to grapple with the standards set by movies versus the love I witnessed between my mom and dad. For some time, I really wanted that movie type of love, but the more I thought about it, the more exhausting it just sounded. I am fortunate to say that I had a very loving childhood, and I like to think that that has carried on and become the foundation for my relationships, especially my romantic relationship. And I'm not going to talk about this a lot because I could go on and on and on about this. I love love. I do believe that our stories of love and our love stories are as unique as us. And I hope that you can write your love story in a way that speaks to your heart. So, what kind of love do you want for yourself? Pressing carnations is a fairly simple process. Before you start, just determine if you want your carnation to be a fuller bloom or a tighter bloom. So that will determine if you're going to leave it in the vase longer or shorter. For me, I like to press my carnation when it's more fully bloomed, so I just leave it in the vase a little longer, and once it's ready, all you have to do is take out the inner petals, set them aside so you can press them individually later, and then just put the carnation in the press. Easy peasy, that's it, honestly. You can experiment with how you lay over the top layer of paper over the flower. For me, I like to lay it over so that the petals are facing upwards, but if you wanted to, you can have it so that the petals are facing downwards to give it a more full look. After a few days, check on the carnation, and if you gently run your finger along the flower and it gives you any sort of resistance, then it definitely needs more time in the press. So for this one, I think it was only a few days since putting it into the press and it was not ready yet, so back in it goes. When you can finally just run your finger along the flower and it feels like you're just running your finger over paper, that's when you know it's fully done and ready. This is what the pressed carnation looks like. I think these pink ones are so cute and they came out of the press very well. So from one carnation, you have the flower itself, and then all those inner petals that you press individually, you have those as well to use to work on your projects. So tag me on Instagram, I would love to see what you create. For the next video, I'm doing an experiment, so that's going to be a surprise. I also sent out a sneak peek of my website to all my BFF newsletter subscribers. If you would like to join, click the link in the description box. Until next time, take care, happy pressing, bye. Clink the link, clink.